Greetings from Texas Recaps again. I am going to show you the 2019 horror, drama, and fantasy movie Down today. Warning, spoilers. Be careful and watch out. Don't forget to hit subscribe button and let us know your valuable comments after watching it. Trapped in the elevator with your co-worker, the flickering lights casting uneasy shadows until the chilling truth sinks in, this was no accident. Now, the real question isn't how to escape, but why you were brought here in the first place. On a Friday night, Jennifer is among the last individuals still in the office. She sends her ex-fiancé an email because she plans to take a jet to New York for the long weekend in order to visit him on Valentine's Day. She leaves the office after grabbing a handful of candy since she does not want to be late for her trip. Guy is also preparing to leave employment at the same time. They wind up waiting for the elevator simultaneously. He joins Jennifer on the 42nd floor after she gets on the 49th. Guy strikes up a conversation and jokes with her right away. She responds, but it appears that she is not interested in conversing. When the elevator abruptly stops, Guy shows her an etching on the wall. Even though the elevator's electricity appears to still be on, he tries the keys and the alarm button, but nothing works. Guy attempts to open the door, but it also fails. They attempt to wave at the fully functional camera, but nobody answers their cries. She clumsily climbs on Guy's shoulders after he suspects that there may be an escape hatch, and they examine the elevator ceiling. He puts her down after she damaged her hand a little bit by hammering on it. After realizing an hour later that she will never make her flight, Jennifer swears at everything and everyone, despite Guy's lighthearted humor. After introducing themselves, they carry on the conversation that Guy had initiated as soon as he entered the elevator. Guy offers Jennifer his bottle of water because she does not have any in her thermos, but they joke that they ought to open the wine he was carrying. They both giggle when they discover they have bottle openers in their backpack. She accepts his water, but they do not open the wine. In order to make up for the lack of real food, Jennifer gives Guy some of the candy. However, she believes that since they might be trapped in the elevator until Tuesday, they should save their food. When Jennifer has to urinate 4 hours later, she tries valiantly to suppress the urge since she feels too ashamed to do it in front of Guy. When she refuses to go to the corner over his coat as he has instructed, the guy proposes she use her thermos to relieve herself. He is forced to hide his ears and close his eyes by her. She eventually urinates as Guy starts to sing. She then updates the drawing on the wall of the elevator. After playing a game for a while, they start discussing more intimate topics. Guy informs her that he is too preoccupied with his work to have anyone look for him. According to Jennifer, she is the same. Although he most likely did not even want her to come, she tells him that she wanted to surprise someone in New York. Guy decides that they should open the wine and give it to her at this point. They consume alcohol to stay alive. Much later, they are keeping themselves busy by growing nearer to one another. Guy admits that he had previously seen her in the office building. He chose not to tell her because he did not want to come out as stalking and upset her. She really chuckles about it, so she does not take it as personally as he had assumed. They show each other their completed drawings. His portrait is more serious, whilst hers is more humorous. After apologizing, Jennifer snaps a picture of the painting and promises to use it as her profile picture if they live. They then discuss food, and she urges Guy to shift the topic because they are both hungry. After he rattles off a number of items, she decides to bring up the subject of making love, gets up, and turns her camera on him to inquire about the dirtiest spot he has ever made love. She tells her story first because Guy is a little bashful. Jennifer recalls sleeping with an ex-boyfriend in a library during their college days. Guy is hesitant to share his experience, believing it is uninteresting. Jennifer instructs him to make up one. Guy shares the story of a hot girl who wanted to be with him at a company picnic. He claims that they got intoxicated, got into the car, and she began to strip while he drove. Guy becomes strange and uncomfortable again, telling Jennifer that he was aroused and needed to stop. He apologizes because he believes he crossed a line, but she insists it is okay. Guy approaches her awkwardly, kisses her, and then starts to undress her. They make love in an elevator. Guy then tells her that he could fall in love with her, but she runs away from him. Jennifer informs him that she wants to reconcile with her ex. She planned to surprise him in New York in order to repair the relationship. Unlike Guy, she believes that while their encounter was enjoyable, they should keep it casual because her relationship with her ex is real. Jennifer communicates openly with him about her emotions in past relationships. Guy, on the other hand, believes they connected and that her ex does not deserve her. She becomes enraged since she plainly still loves him and tells the person that after they exit the elevator, they will simply return to their separate lives. Something in him changes abruptly, and Jennifer feels it. Guy starts telling her the truth about who he is. He lied to her about his job and name. The man informs her that he not only noticed her, but also saw her every day at work. He takes out his phone and displays Jennifer's security images of her, including times and dates. The guy has a video of her entering the elevator that night. Jennifer is terrified. He informs her that he is the building's security guard and becomes enraged as he explains that no one ever notices people like him. She did not identify him, despite the fact that he worked at the front desk. He believes he knows her better than her ex and claims to have orchestrated the entire night's events. The man pulls out a key and unlocks the elevator. Jennifer cannot believe what he did to her and swears she will contact the cops and he will end up in jail. He does not like it, so he grabs her and begins to battle. During the altercation, Jennifer flails her legs and breaks the elevator key. They continue to fight, and she knocks him unconscious with her shoe. Jennifer is scared she killed him, so she approaches him to check, but he springs up and knocks her down. They both stay unconscious in the elevator. Jennifer awakens to see the man already conscious. She asks him why he did it. He wanted to connect with her on a personal level, so he took her away from distractions. He claims they had a full-fledged romance over the weekend while confined in an elevator. Jennifer believes he will not get away with it since someone would surely come to pull them out. Unfortunately, she discovers that the guy has taken all of the shifts for the weekend, and the two other guards will not be coming in until the extended weekend ends on Tuesday. When Jennifer wonders what he would do, he responds that he would rather kill her than return to prison. He denies forcing Jennifer to do anything, but Jennifer claims he kidnapped her. That pushes him into a rage. When he calms down, he opens the gift Jennifer had purchased for her ex-fiancé. He discovers a shirt and a package inside the bag. The guy puts on the shirt and instructs Jennifer to unwrap the rest of the present. The guy recognizes that the light bulbs under the ceiling panels need to be replaced at some point. He thinks he can remove that panel and exit the elevator from there. Jennifer stands next to him as he uses the thermos to crack it open. He asks Jennifer to help him climb up there, vowing that hell will come back for her. Jennifer suggests that he give her a boost as she lacks the necessary strength. He doubts she will want to come back for him, and she will contact the cops. Jennifer tells him what he wants to hear and persuades him to give her the boost. She gets on his shoulders and exits the elevator. After successfully escaping, the man reveals the location of the ladder and door. Jennifer turns around and gives him the middle finger, ticking him off. As she climbs the ladder, he also finds a way out of the elevator. The guy ties two items of garments together and throws them over the elevator beam. Jennifer is already going towards the door as he begins to climb up. He advises her that she should run because she is about to die. When he got to her, he abruptly threw her away and threw them both back in the elevator. Both of them lose consciousness. When Jennifer awakens first and notices the fire sprinklers, she comes up with a fresh strategy to escape. She lights a cigar in an attempt to set off the fire alarms, but when she fails, she starts a small fire instead. The man awakens as the smoke fills the elevator, and she hits him, shattering his nose. Jennifer uses a piece of clothing to successfully bind him. He assures her that they will simply get wet and shocked and that the fire alarm would not sound. Jennifer forces him to admit to everything he has done to her and threatens to do him severe harm. She switches on her camera and records herself narrating what she knows about the incident. Jennifer asks for his true name while turning the camera on him. He identifies himself as John Deakins. John admits that he intentionally got them trapped in the elevator. He is forced to confess to trapping Jennifer in the elevator by Jennifer. John acknowledges that he kidnapped and trapped her. He confesses to the camera everything he did to her, including tossing her against the wall and pounding her head on the floor, as she continues to interrogate him. John responds that all he wanted was a date with Jennifer when she asked why. She would have rejected him if he had asked her out in a typical manner. John tells her about himself before he started working as a security guard. He was a very popular accountant who worked for a large corporation. John informs her that although the narrative about the girl in the car was real, it did not turn out the way he had suggested. He ultimately drove directly into a ravine after missing an exit. Before a tree stopped it, the automobile flipped 7 times. The girl died instantly. John had the means to keep himself out of jail, so he was only sentenced to 6 months. The only work he could find after leaving was as a security guard. He wanted to be himself again and experience it for a short time after a few months had passed. Jennifer is still baffled by his choice of her. It is because she is amazing, he explains. They will remain confined until Monday. Eddie, one of the other security officers, shows his new girlfriend the roof of the building. He searches for John as soon as they enter, and if he cannot find him, he looks at the surveillance cameras. When Eddie notices that John and Jennifer are trapped in the elevator, he wakes them up. Jennifer implores him to leave them there. As his girlfriend nods out on the couch, he promises to come down and get them out. Eddie approaches the elevator and uses a crowbar to pry open the doors. When Jennifer tries to leave, he tells her that he must first fully unlock the doors and then walks away. John knocks her unconscious all of a sudden. He hands John his keys and lets Eddie know he is there. When John informs him that it is not functioning, Eddie offers to jump in and assist them. When John switches on the elevator and cuts him in half, he discovers that something has happened inside the elevator where he is stuck. After knocking Jennifer unconscious once more, he carries her to his vehicle and places her in the trunk. John returns to the building and discards Eddie's clothing and body. After getting clean, he puts on his uniform and puts a cigar in his pocket. John removes every video from the security cameras as soon as he arrives at the front desk. When Eddie's girlfriend awakens, John murders her as well before dropping her in the hole. In order to get rid of Jennifer, John gets into his car and drives her to a remote area. To get ready, he fills a dumpster with gasoline. John tells Jennifer that he still likes her and that it is a shame they could not be together before opening the trunk. When John approaches the dumpster, Jennifer smacks him over the head, gets into the car, and drives off while feigning death. When she discovers the lit cigar in the tray, she pauses. When Jennifer begins to back up, she collides with a startled John. When she emerges, she discovers that he is in the dumpster. John is burned alive when Jennifer flicks the lit bud into the dumpster after relighting the cigar and leaving. Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this movie recap, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to our channel for more videos.